Hi gang, and welcome to another episode of Mr. Ed Draws, and in this episode I wanted to show you the process I went through to create some graphics for a local business. This is a customer loyalty card that I've been asked to create the graphics for the graphics side of that card, and they wanted it to be brand identifiable. They wanted it to have the brand name on it, and they wanted it to have what it was on it, which is a customer loyalty card. I thought of having a card name that said friend of the store card, because I like that a little bit better, but I'll have to run that suggestion by them because they may not like that. I like the friend of the store card because the customer loyalty and the discount card and all that just kind of feels impersonal, even though you're a customer loyalty card. I like friend of the store card, and because you're a friend of the store, we're going to give you a break on this or that or the other. That's kind of what I like. This customer loyalty card, I feel like we're paying for your loyalty, and it's kind of unseemly in an implicit sort of way. So I'm going to suggest that and see if they like the friend of the store card instead of customer loyalty card. But for now, this is what they wanted, and that's what I put on there, and that's what I sent to them. After all that, I have to stay within their parameters, but as a graphic artist and as I have a business degree, I understand marketing, and sometimes these suggestions can go a long way, so I want to be sure to offer that. So in this design, you'll notice one of the first things is that the imagery is really simplified. I did this for two reasons. One, I can take the color out of this and it still makes sense, and this is great for like two-color printing on packaging or whatever way that they want to use this graphic art. It may not be full color with gradient tones on a plastic substrate. It might be two colors on cardboard. So I really want to create a logo that would make that easier, and also would be identifiable, because the simpler something is, the more identifiable it is from a distance. You don't even have to see it clearly. You can be like, oh yeah, that's a Crown Market logo. So which it isn't yet. It may be. They have a logo that involves a crown, sort of, but it's just all kind of basic, and I wanted to give them something that was really thoughtful and aimed at the tourist market and the local market here. So it's really adventure oriented. There are mountain climbers, there are hikers, there are mountain bikers, rafters, canoers, people who fish. It's all about wilderness here, and Crown Market is a part of that, or that this brand is a part of that, because they provide goods and services to people who need things like ice, something to drink, something to eat, snacks, things that they can take with them that they get at a quick store, they can get at any of the Crown Markets up and down the valley. So it really is a part of that adventure, and I wanted to state that with this customer loyalty card. It's like, we're there with you. And the sky is not blue, it's orange, because I wanted to convey the sense that we're with you from morning till night. This could be sunrise, this could be sunset. I wanted it to be Crown is there. And also, you can be king of the mountain with Crown. I wanted to say that not only can you be the best at your game by preparing, and Crown Market can be a part of that preparation, or Crown Market is the best at its game too. It's the king of the mountain, because they really do care about their customers and they want to do the best that they can in the thing that they do. So I wanted to convey that too. I think that's the reason why they have Crown as their brand name, because it does convey that sense that we're trying to do it the best way, and that's the only way you can survive in the market, in this kind of convenience store market industry, is by really being thoughtful and having good people on your team. So I really believe in the organization, and I wanted to convey that too. So I used layers of elements here. One of the things I do when I do text is I'll have a clean copy on top, and then I'll have a outlined copy underneath with a really thick outline, somewhere around 10 or so many points. And what that does is it keeps the outline from spilling over to the inside of your clean copy. So you can see the one underneath, the difference when there's an outline. It kind of takes up, see there in the A, So you just have your clean copy, your copy without an outline, setting right on top, and it just leaves that border part, whatever color you need. I do that for text a lot. It makes it stand out, it keeps it clean looking, you retain the internal parts of the letters, and it really works. And you can also do some things with shadowing and stuff that is interesting. I didn't use any shadowing on this card, even though I really like to, because it's so small. The dimensions of it are, what is it, 3 3 1/3 by 2. So it's not very big at all, you know, credit card size. So once I did the text that way so that it could stand out, that was like the last parts of it. I'm going backward in time, I guess. I did these trees by pulling down some pictures of trees and blacked them out, kind of jacked up the contrast, and then live traced them to create vectors, and then shrank them, resized them, and reoriented them so that they weren't all the same, and then you could put a bunch of them together. That's what I did there. I wanted the hills to be a different shape, or different shade of green than the background part, and I wanted the background hills, the rock there, to be gray, and then some snow on top. And the birds, simple strokes, but I tried 3 and 3 because you don't want to use like even numbers of things, because it looks like a shrine after a while. And so I want to be really careful about the orientation. So when I group these things of 4, you can actually see it's a group of 3 and a group of 1. So even with 4 objects, I was able to resist the even number thing by separating them a little bit. And I think it's the same bird, it's just been resized and reoriented and repositioned. There, yeah. The crown, the same thing. I found a graphic of a crown, and then I just redrew it and changed the things about it to make it more distinct and make it my own. But I kind of followed the general shape of a crown. That was a picture that I found. So thank you to whoever that artist was. These are just elements that can be cut out. I think they're all grouped together. Ungroup. But you can see it leaves behind the outline, which I used to create. I just used a clipping mask, and then that gave me the sections that I could color different colors. That's kind of how I went through that. The gradient here that creates the sunset is overlaid over another rectangle that has more inclusive colors. I didn't want this to be like a masculine card, and I felt like the outdoors to a lot of people is kind of a masculine thing, but it's just the outdoors is inclusive. It's, you know, there for everybody, and around here everybody takes advantage of it. So I really wanted the card to be kind of universal in its appeal to whomever might have it. I also wanted it to be easily identifiable among maybe 5 or 6 other customer loyalty cards that may be in a person's wallet or pocketbook, and I think the edging helps identify it, because it's not just one color like the others might be. It's a gradient, and that's going to be easily identifiable. Maybe they'll grab that card before they grab anybody else's. It's going to always be a constant reminder of the brand. So I really thought about that edging there. I went through lots of different things to see which stood out the best. And even though I liked the green, the gradients of green it didn't work with the interior art. So I also had to do the interior art and the outside and make them work together. I didn't want them to seem like 2 different things. They might be. Do they seem like 2 different things? It could be like a future sunset. I don't know. Tell me what you think in the comments. I appreciate you watching this video, and if you liked it, give me a thumbs up. If you're not subscribed and you'd like to see more videos like these, hit subscribe, hit the bell so you'll be notified. And as always, you guys, I appreciate it. I'll see you next time. Take care.